Good night, classmate and teacher. In this case, taking about of this the level up of this organization and these countries in this progress to develop. Well, in this case, taking of these points of important of view, and this is important to consider for this develop in this society. Well, the first point to get of the count is about of the organization and the schools. It is important because the schools is the basis for the society. Well, in this important to consider for taking the notes and this format the educations. This is the principal to responsibility for a great a good organization in the society. The next point is is the more important. It is the family. The family is the basis of the society because the first school in the life is the learning, the principals values, principals principal psychologic performs, and this take important because the person to a good formation in your home is the a good person in the develop in the society. Well, this is the all around large of the study, the story of the human. This is the several impact. For example, the countries of this Latin American. It is a surfer of this case. For example, Central American, Guatemala, Honduras, El Salvador, and Nicaragua. This is the exception is Costa Rica and Panama. Well, it is two ending mentioned countries. It is a great developed organization. It is the sector political and the structure for the hierarchy and the distribution of the orders and the authority. The authority is the principal tool for because the we conditional use and we get the constant use is the very efficient for the society in the tools used. Well, the others country, Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador, and Nicaragua, it is the sulfur for the corruption. And this case, this is very difficult for organization in your governments because this is take problems for all the people take on the authority and the control. This is not good for society because there is no respect to the ranch and no respect the and the not respect the no respect the hierarchy. It is in the government and the society for these countries. And this it is the deficient the level of the schools, a level of the education and the universities. It is, for example, Zamorano. This is the good institution for develop the, for leaders around the world. This is the principal four factors. Because it's the principal point of view of the Zamorano is of the great professionals independence independence to prepare of professionality for affront of these problems in the actuality. This is the initiative of this alliance for the new aspects and the develops in new countries. And because this is the principal factor to consider of the principal develops of countries, education, and discipline and the other causes for this created of this disorder in the area, and this is not considered the professionally to for beginning on on start the good develop in these countries. Thank you.